My art pieces usually tend to draw a lot from my identity and personality. Um, Lots of times I pull from my experiences with my social anxiety and using different materials to kind of bring that to life and how that feels for me. I also do lots of pieces about things that are important to me and things that help me like bring in topics that I care about to words that might not be able to do with words and express it in art. So. And this piece kind of aligns with that as it represents how I put a filter up with my being more reserved and calculated and kind of like letting go of that barrier and being able to like say the things and the emotions I want to feel.
So, what usually inspires my work is like how people interact with one another and how people interact with their environment and tell stories with their different art mediums. So that kind of connected to my artwork as well with this specific piece, with how I love to take photos, and it's kind of that piece was a reflection of myself in the mirror and how I see myself.
Well, what inspired my work and my day is try to be present in every day, enjoy the simplicity of small details, and to submit my piece, what really inspired me was the transition that I am in right now. And part of that transition came like in the sign of the water that is present in my work. And that means that in my professional life as a graphic designer, first I moved to become a photographer, and now I'm moving to become an artist and put all that together with the complexity of each layer is something that I am struggling, and that is a big monster that I am just fighting with, and put that in a piece just put me out of my comfort zone, and that is the what made me feel proud about my own identity.
I think for me it was the getting like the different values and shading in like my hands and my hair. I spent a lot of time just like going back in and shading like the details of those pieces. And I think also just like staying committed to it when it did get hard. But after I think those are probably the main big pieces of just like doing the very detailed pieces of like the hair and the hands.
The most challenging in the piece was definitely definitely doing the braids and my camera because of the detailing of the dots and how many dots I have to add. It's you can tell if something's off with the dots. So that was kind of the most challenging part of it.
I think one of the pieces, well, each piece has their own complexity. And for this submission and for those pieces, what I try is the part of layering and experiment with different techniques was the most difficult part, because I mount them in a canvas and I use different techniques to layer all the layers that I want to put, and to keep all the detail was something challenging for me, because I have to transfer the image to a material that I am not used to work with, and put out all that together was something difficult that I feel proud about.
I think I would say probably trust yourself and trust the process. Um, at least I know for me, sometimes I get stuck on an idea or get stuck with trying to communicate my ideas. And I think just being able to use your resources like art teachers, friends, and like talk ideas out will be helpful. And also just, I use art as an outlet. So I think just keeping up with it and being able to trust the process and the journey, I think that would be something I would say to my younger self or other artists.
Okay. I would definitely say to keep going and to continue to practice your art forms and continue to do your sketching or anything like that, especially if you fallen into like a rut or like just don't know what to do with your art, just keep on doing it and you'll get to where you want to be.
I think there is the noun and the subject to be an artist, and this is what I'm telling myself every day, that I want to be the verb, to be an artist, not just the subject, because in a way you have to earn that name or that tag to become an artist. You have to keep practicing and failing and succeeding and trying, experimenting, and I think that is the part that is the most important.